After much debate and multiple rumours being spread around, finally, at long last, we got the reveal of Resident Evil Code Veronica Remake at Summer Games Fest. A remake of the 2000s original that has now been dubbed simply as Resident Evil Veronica. With this means we see the return of Claire Redfield into the main stage, with her last game appearance being Resident Evil 2 Remake 7 years ago. This teaser left me speechless upon watching it. It features a great fake out intro, which then rapidly transitions into a flurry of iconic areas and characters from the original game, with the teaser trailer ending with the release year of 2027. However, I can gauge a pretty accurate time frame for when this game will be released. So today for you, like always, I'll be breaking down this short teaser. I'll be looking into anything hidden that you may have missed, all while giving you my own thoughts and opinions on this incredibly exciting reveal. So without any further delay, let's get into my trailer breakdown. Immediately, this trailer's intro showcases this game's insane graphics quality, with this next entry in the franchise showcasing just how far Capcom can push the RE engine. This trailer's intro is long, drawn out, and really threw me for a loop while viewing. We walk through a small apartment block in Paris, looking for our brother. However, it's not immediately obvious that we are seeing Code Veronica Remake, as our protagonist, Claire Redfield, doesn't speak, and this cutscene is done via first person, which I assume was to hide the game's reveal. Through this small cutscene inside Chris's apartment, we can see some clever environmental storytelling that showcases what Chris Redfield was going through during this time in his life. Within his messy apartment, you can notice a classic Zippo lighter, very fitting for Chris, alongside an ashtray full of cigarettes and many different pills thrown around. There is also some heavy looking weights, which seem to be a reference to how Chris appears in RE5, and the sweet old lady guiding us into Chris's apartment even makes a boulder joke, which I found funny.
It's like a boulder rolled through here.
With the old woman disappearing, this is when the trailer's pace slows to a crawl and the atmosphere builds. With a knock at the door, Claire smartly checks the peephole, and with no one in sight, she opens the door only to be grabbed by a figure wearing a gas mask. As we get a quick flash of a bunch of locations and areas from Code Veronica, which are all beautifully recreated with modern graphics. The backing orchestral soundtrack here sounds phenomenal, and we get a few quick flashes that slowly spell out REV, which is roughly when myself and many others figured out what game we were looking at. Rockford Island, the twin golden Lugers, and a mysterious hooded figure, who I believe to be Steve, are all shown in quick succession, along with the well-dressed Alfred Ashford. When we finally get our first look at our leading lady, she is revealed to be kidnapped by the mysterious Hunk, a living legend who it's so cool to see here. As for Claire, she looks gorgeous, very alike how she appeared in RE2 Remake, but slightly altered, which I like. We then get a reveal of the game's subtitle, which is simply Resident Evil Veronica. We then get one final bit of footage as Claire finds herself in a very dark room, only to be rushed by a horde of grotesque zombies, which then reveals the game's release year of 2027. And man oh man, what a reveal that was. I couldn't even process the rest of Summer Games Fest after that, especially considering the show opened with this announcement. Additionally, a web page for Resident Evil Veronica has also appeared, which shows us Claire Redfield's full new design for this game, and I must say I am a huge fan. The tactical look of her holsters and belts, mixed with her new jacket and choker, looks incredible, and it does also seem like Capcom has updated her face model a little bit on from RE2 Remake. The game has also received a tagline from this webpage: "Survive the deranged terror," which is so incredibly badass, and I'm even more excited for this game now. As for when this game will release, for now we don't have a concrete date. However, just hours prior to Summer Games Fest, Capcom had a physical year Q&A, which revealed that they have many unannounced titles that will be released before March 2027. I would assume one of those titles is the now announced Code Veronica Remake. If I were to hedge my bets, I would assume this game will release either late January or early February, and I am just so incredibly excited for this game. As an entry in the series, Code Veronica is an incredibly interesting release that is very different from others, so I'm so excited to see its environments, characters and creatures all remade with the beautiful modern RE engine flair we know Capcom for. However, that's all we have for now. This was done as a simple small tease from Capcom, and I'm so excited for them to share more info with us. And as that's released, of course I will cover it here on the channel. So let me know down below, what do you think of this new remake reveal? Did it get you by surprise, or did you know what it was right away? I'd love to know your thoughts. Anyways, that's all from me. I'm still hard at work editing my next video, and I hope to have it out within the next week, although it's a big one. So I hope to see you there. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I will hopefully see you on my next one. Peace.
Don't move. Claire Redfield.